Bonjour mes gourmands. So the other day I was having coffee outside with my friends, and as is common practice in Germany, you get a lovely and free cookie with your hot beverage. Looking at the coffee, I thought a French macaron would really make the coffee perfect. So today I'd like to show you a recipe for a French macaron with a simple chocolate ganache. For the macaron shells, we'll need 50 grams of ground almonds, 80 grams of confectioner sugar, 1 to 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, and food coloring, which is optional. For the ganache, you'll need 50 grams of chocolate and 50 milliliters of cream. By the way, this recipe also works with ground hazelnuts if you don't have any ground almonds on hand. Macarons are actually quite simple to make, but you need ingredients of very fine consistency to make them. Powdered sugar can accumulate to bigger sugar lumps when not stored in an airtight container, so you'll want to pass it through a sieve to get back that light and fluffy consistency. If you want to use powdered almonds, then you can simply put your ground almonds into the blender and give it a few pulses to get it really fine, so you can achieve the perfectly smooth surface in the end. If you don't mind a bit of a rougher surface like me, you can also leave the ground almonds as they are and just mix them together with sifted and powdered sugar. It certainly adds texture to our macaron. Put your egg white into a mixing bowl and start beating it on low speed. Once it's starting to fluff up, you can add the granulated sugar in 3 parts, increasing the speed of your mixer each time you do so. The granulated sugar will help stabilizing the beaten egg white. Add a food color of your choice and beat the egg white on high speed until you receive stiff peaks. Just FYI, the whole beating process took me about 8 minutes in that big bowl, whereas it usually takes me only 6 minutes in a smaller bowl. Now we're gradually adding the sugar and almond mix into the egg white and carefully folding them to combine. I used to be very cautious with the mixture using balloon whisk to combine it, which was somewhat tiring. This time around, I found using a spatula is quite alright. As long as you aren't too violent, folding everything with determined strength and speed isn't going to deflate the beaten egg white. Fold everything together until it reaches a creamy consistency and easily runs off your spatula. Fill your pipe with the macaron batter and form round circles with a diameter of about 3 to 3.5 centimeters on a tray lined with parchment paper. You can moisten your finger under running water, shake off any excess water, and gently push down any peaks on your dough to receive a more even surface. Tap your baking tray twice against your working surface to once again even out the macaron and to remove unnecessary air pockets. Let the macaron dough rest for 30 minutes. Try to resist the urge to touch them in order to check if the surface is hardened, or to start baking earlier as the surface of your macaron will crack if you don't wait the whole 30 minutes. I've tried baking them after 15, 20 and 25 minutes with each attempt resulting in fails, whereas I always get perfect results waiting for that half an hour. After 15 minutes of waiting, you can already heat up the oven to 140 degrees Celsius or 285 degrees Fahrenheit so that the oven is ready when the 30 minutes are over. Bake the macaron for 40 minutes and then take the whole tray out to let the macaron cool off. We'll want to wait for the macaron to have completely cooled down before we touch them, as they're still kind of soft in the inside while they're hot. By the time they've cooled off, they'll also have become stable and you can easily take them off the parchment paper. Cut your chocolate with a knife or grind it on your mandolin. That will help the chocolate melt fast in your cream. Sorry for the blurry footage, by the way, my camera's been acting up quite a lot recently and I guess it's about time I looked for another one. In the bain-marie, mix the chocolate and the cream and start heating the mixture up while stirring. You don't need to bring the cream to a boil, you'll just want to heat it up to the point where the chocolate starts to melt and blends in with the cream. The result should look something like this. Put the chocolate cream mixture into the fridge for about 20 minutes to cool off. I also gave it a stir every 6 minutes to make sure it cools off evenly. Then take it out and beat it on high speed with a hand mixer until it gets a creamy texture. Pipe the cream onto the bottom of the macaron, use another one to make a sandwich, and then you're basically done. I might have overdone it a bit with the beating for the cream. You'll probably want a bit of a softer ganache. Just reduce the beating time and it should be fine. So there you have it, homemade macaron, perfect for every coffee break, for your afternoon tea, and as an elegant welcoming treat whenever you have your friends coming over. I love the simplicity of macaron and the fact that little tweaks with the filling absolutely transform the whole taste of them. You can fill them with the classic ganache, with delicious jam, with whipped cream, with custard and fresh fruit mix. I could literally go on forever. I hope you'll enjoy this recipe. Make sure to take a picture of your macaron and share it with me if you try them out. Please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. I love you forever. See you next Friday again with a new recipe. Until then, bye!